Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with the Soul. I'm Rita Hickman, and I'm a body-mind expert and shiatsu massage therapist in the Chicago, Illinois area. So thank you for joining us so much this morning. There we go. It looked like for a second my video wasn't tracking. So good morning, Julie. Good morning, Tricia. So many wonderful people are on today. Hi, Dan. Nice to see you. So, okay, today's topic is on intuition and taking back your power in regards to it. So we've had some great conversations this week about what intuition is, which is basically your experiences in life pairing up. Good morning, Erin. Your experiences in life pairing up with your felt sense, so that you have a felt sense about something and your beliefs, your ideas, your experiences kick in and gives it purpose and meaning. Good morning, Abir. So that's the basis of intuition. It's your own life experiences and your body and your body-mind talking to you. Now, the challenge with intuition is it's not as accurate as you would hope. Good morning, Teresa. It's not as accurate as you would like intuition to be. Good morning, Mary Jane. Because if it's based on our beliefs and it's based on our experiences, and a lot of our experiences are narrow. You know, we haven't traveled the world. We haven't met everybody there is to meet. Good morning, Maureen. We haven't experienced what it's like to be everyone and everything. It means we've got a lot to learn. We don't know everything. And when we start to think that we do know everything, that our intuition is God. Good morning, Samantha. When we start to good morning, Janine. When we start to give that sort of power to our intuition, we really get ourselves in trouble. The best way to strengthen your intuition, good morning, Lisa. The best way to strengthen your intuition is to constantly be questioning it, to constantly be curious about more experiences that you can have, more things that you can learn, wider perspectives, different points of view, all of those. So good morning, Ro. So that's the best path to strengthening your intuition. Now, we also talked about how in order to feel what's going on in your body-mind, you have to start to dial down your nervous system. That means you have to regularly create an environment that's calming and soothing to your nervous system, because we are super overstimulated in this world. Noise, light, people, energy, all of it. It's constantly pounding on us, and we get really overwhelmed. Our nervous system is shorting out. And so if you want to hear what your intuition is saying, then you have to give it time. Good morning, Teresa. You have to give it time in order to calm down so that it can talk to you clearly. You have to be able to hear it, which means that you have to start working on the things that make you not feel good, because it's easy to confuse an upset stomach with anxiety. What if an upset stomach is, the fact that maybe you're not as tolerant to milk or dairy? You're welcome, Ro. That maybe you're not as sensitive, maybe you're more sensitive to milk or dairy or gluten or something, and it's causing your body to feel uncomfortable. And you are interpreting that discomfort as intuition, as something wrong out there. When in reality, it could be your body telling you, hey, your intuition is saying you had, cheap ice cream last night, and so because of that, your stomach is upset. Good morning, Lynn. Nice to see you. So you have to, first of all, work on the body pieces, get your body feeling in a really good space. And so we talked about the foundations of intuition and getting your body in a good space, which are, the water therapy in the morning, first thing in the morning, drinking, 16 to 20 ounces, getting fiber in your life, getting your greens, getting your rest and things along those lines, so that you can dial down your physical symptoms, and that will increase your intuition. When you can get rid of some of the pain and some of the discomfort and find out, what your body needs, then your intuition about the rest of life gets better. It's more accurate. Then we talked about how how you need to get back into your body. One of the reasons that we have lost our intuition or it's become numb is because our bodies are so uncomfortable that we don't want to be in them, and we disconnect. We get really exhausted, and one of our coping skills is that when we're exhausted, we detach. And it's something that happened to me when I was young because I had really hard issues when I was a kid. And so the only way to function was to completely detach from my physical self. Good morning, Caroline. Oh, from France. How nice to see you. So one of our coping skills when we're exhausted is to detach. Some of our other coping skills are sugar, are thinking, distractions, are, everything we do, caffeine, in order to numb how we feel and detach how we feel. That, of course, that detachment gets in the way of our intuition. So today now, we are talking about taking back your power. And actually, we've been talking about taking back your power all week. But today we're going to talk about taking back your power at the very most basic level, which is how we're thinking. So because our coping skill, our coping mechanism is to detach from our body and go into our head. Good morning, Susie. Because that's our coping skill, many people have a hard time shutting off their brain. You say meditation to them, and very understandably, people are like, whoa, I can't meditate. I don't know how to meditate. I've tried to meditate. It's never worked. Nothing works to quiet my mind. It's a monkey mind. It doesn't stop chattering. I worry about everything. And that's understandable because it's a distraction. Good morning, Juanita. Because it's a distraction from how we're feeling. So you actually have to take back that power of your thoughts in order to strengthen that muscle. Good morning, Susie. When you strengthen that muscle, then it gets easier and easier and easier. So I'll tell you what I did this morning. Every morning I end up feeling a little bit uncomfortable, because my diet isn't fabulous, because I'm always tweaking. And as I get older, I have to do more and more self-care, as you've probably found. As years go by, the things that you used to do just aren't working anymore. And you have to do more of them and more of them. So self-care is critical when we get older. And we're always evolving and learning and growing and figuring out how we work if we want to be happy and survive and have peace. So I'm always kind of on that edge. And so in the mornings, I tend to feel a little bit more uncomfortable. And so I spend time in the mornings and I meditate. Now, what does meditation mean to me? To me, meditation is, it has a wide variety of purposes. Sometimes meditation is just to give my mind a break. Sometimes meditation is to check in with my intuition. Sometimes meditation is to connect with a higher power, with something that's more spiritual. Thanks, Mary Jane, I appreciate that. Something that's on a higher plane. So meditation has many different roles and many different ways that you can do it. So in the mornings, I like to give my mind a break because I'm a little bit tense, because I'm a little bit uncomfortable, because it's morning, that's my thing. So I take my thoughts and I focus on multiple things. Now, a lot of times when people talk about meditation, at least this form of meditation, they talk about clearing everything out of your head. They talk about, or focusing on one single thing. In reality, we are so used to juggling so many different thoughts and ideas and emotions that our minds are actually supercharged. They have this amazing capability to juggle so many thoughts and ideas and things which are going on. And if we don't recreate that in some way, then we feel like we've failed at meditating, we're losers, we'll never meditate, and we give up. In reality, you can juggle multiple things in your head when you meditate at the same time. For me, I focus on things which aren't worries, which aren't concerns I have. I give my mind body a break from all of those thoughts that are spinning, all the concerns that I have about life and the day and, the people in my life and what's going to happen today and visualization and making everything happen and, all of that. I give myself a break because when we think, our body mind is triggering, it's reacting to everything that we're thinking, and that is exhausting. And when we're exhausted, we cannot really hear intuition. We can't really hear what's going on. We can't have accurate guidance and a GPS system for life. So what I focus on is usually two different things. I will focus on, in my mind, the image of a flickering flame, and I will also focus on a piece of music. Now remember, your brain and your body are filled with consciousnesses. You aren't just one consciousness. You aren't just the 10% that you are aware of. You are so much more, and every part of you has its own purpose, its own meaning, and its own intention. And so we have to keep some of them busy. If we don't keep them busy, then they start drawing attention and attracting, being like, hey, look at me, pay attention to this. So you want to use multiple parts of your mind, your conscious mind, your subconscious, your unconscious, and your body. You want to, let's say, juggle still, but just juggle with things which are not stressful for you, things which are not wearing you out and causing your system to overload. Instead, you're juggling things which are soothing, which are calming, which then tell your nervous system to dial down and give that a break too. So I will lay there in the mornings when I've got, that 10, 15, 20 minutes when I'm awake, and I will picture multiple things which will make me feel good, which will make me feel calm. I don't try to solve any problems. I don't try to be creative or innovative or even visualize my day and be powerful and strong. Instead, I realize that my mind all night has been busy, because it really has. That's why we dream. That's why, our body's healing itself. Nighttime is an extraordinarily busy time for our mind and for our mind-body. So much that we can't move our body because we're doing so many things while we sleep in our dreams. And our body and body-mind don't know the difference between what we're dreaming and what we're actually experiencing. So night times are very busy, and our brains can actually wake up pretty tired. They don't wake up refreshed and ready to go for the day. That's where this focusing on things which calm us down come in. So instead of meditating and clearing everything out of your mind so that there's nothing there, or only focusing on one thing, or closing out the world, instead just take 10 or 15 minutes when you get a chance and focus on something different. Now, that's where moving meditation comes in. Some people use moving meditation really well. They get into that flow. So they may walk, they may cook, they may clean house. For them, that's meditation. It gets them away from their problems and away from their issues for a little bit so that their body can sort things out, can figure things out. And it has a little bit of space from us constantly forcing it to do and be and solve and achieve. It gives us a break. And so taking that time regularly every day to give your body mind a break, and I like mornings, as I said, it's convenient for me, and that's when I'm most uncomfortable, will sharpen your intuition. Now, as I said, it's a muscle. It's a muscle that you have to strengthen. And so when you purposely do that, it gets easier and easier every time that you do. It creates like this superhighway in your brain of, oh yeah, I know what this is. This is when I get to, think about the fire and the music for a while. If you have a hard time thinking about music, put some music on your phone, and play it for a little bit. Do a little meditation app or listen to the ocean. I mean, stuff like that is everywhere. So if you need some actual sound, do that. If you need an actual flame, have a candle next to your bed and, light it in the morning if you can't do it in your head yet. But the more that you do it, the easier it'll get to internalize it too. The easier you'll find that you don't need any props in order to get you into that space. You can do it all in your head. So if you meditate in that purpose, in that way of giving yourself a break, your intuition will get much, much stronger and much better. Tomorrow we're going to talk about meditation again, but we're going to talk about meditation as in how do you meditate in order to specifically hear your intuition, using meditation to get guidance and get understanding. That's what we'll focus on tomorrow. So that's it for today. If you want to come on sometime and be a guest, send me a message. We'll talk and figure it out, because Facebook makes it really easy to bring people on as guests. If you'd like more information or more help with something that you're working through, go to my website. I have tons of great resources there. Or message me. I can send you tons of free resources that I have, meditations that I've written and recorded, ways to look at things. I'm happy to help however. Thank you for sharing this, Ro. I really appreciate this. Or the other option is send me a message, text me, give me a call, 815-245-9673. We'll set up a time to talk. We'll set up an appointment. This is what I do for a living. And my job, my passion is to help women specifically figure out how to navigate their life, because it's not as easy as it used to, and no one taught us how to do this. So we have to come together and figure it out. So I'd love your wisdoms. I'd love your insights. Feel free to share. And thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.